Hello, I'm Sandy Potter.
I'm Michael L., and welcome to Ageless Living. We're happy to join you once again from our home studios as we continue to stay home and stay safe.
And we hope this finds you doing well and enjoying more daylight as we head towards spring. As you may know, the Masonicare Be Ageless philosophy is all about living your best life at every stage, and our team members take that very seriously.
That's right, and providing the highest quality of life for our residents and patients is our mission. So, it's no surprise that our memory care staff at Masonicare at Ashlar Village was recently awarded the Purple Flag for Dementia Care distinction from the Connecticut Assisted Living Association.
Yes, I was honored to speak with CALA President Christopher Carter, Brennan, the Purple Flag Governance Committee Chair and CALA Board Member, and Angela Christie, Director of Operations and Healthcare at Masonicare at Ashlar Village. Let's take a look at our virtual discussion. Hello, and thank you all so much for joining us here on Ageless Living.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy.
It's an absolute pleasure. We're so happy to speak with you today about the Purple Flag for Dementia Care program. Chris, let's begin by talking about how the program was developed and its goal of achieving a higher quality of life for persons with dementia.
Yeah, well, thank you again. So the vision really began in recognizing that there was some confusion in the marketplace for consumers at a difficult and vulnerable time around dementia care provided in various settings. We also recognize that there are no other programs like Purple Flag that exist nationally at this moment. We also identified an opportunity for providers to embrace and pursue excellence out of a desire to be best in class. So working with Betty as an expert in the field, together with the Alzheimer's Association Connecticut chapter, we seized on the advent of the 2018 Dementia Care practice recommendations as the backbone of our program. Over the course of about a year or so following that time, we refined our three goals to the following: to recognize providers who demonstrate a commitment to best practices and excellence in memory care, to enhance staff education in dementias and dementia care, and to create a branding opportunity to communicate with consumers via a highly visible symbol of the purple flag, and thereby become a marketing differentiator.
That's terrific. And Betty, let's talk about those goals that Chris just explained. How can senior living organizations work to enhance their dementia care programs?
Well, we would like to see all senior care programs embrace Purple Flag. I think it has a tremendous impact, whether someone is assisted living or their long-term care, even home care and hospice, because it's based on those 56 principles from the Alzheimer's Association about best practices. And then to make it more interesting, we added 4 more to make it 60. And the 4 more that we added, we felt were really pertinent to some very person-centered specific care. So we hope that in the near future, more facilities will take the lead from Masonicare, and they really have set the bar as the example in Connecticut, and join other organizations in creating this Center for Excellence. So best practices and excellence has always been the priority for us in developing this program. Right from the inception, we recognize that why create a program unless it's going to have a major impact, and a major impact that goes beyond what licensure and regulatory requirements had. So we authored it and built it on that next step above regulations. And it always was focused on the patient, the resident, the person that's living with dementia. And I think we accomplished that using the best practice standards that came from the Alzheimer's Association. But was the other critical piece to that was making sure there was uniformity in the standards and how to achieve it. And that has a major impact, I think, for all organizations, providers, as they look to improve their quality of care. The other aspect that I think is really important is, why did we do a program about dementia? And there's regulations, accreditations for assisted living, home care, hospice, long-term care, but there's nothing specific about the disease. And with over 5 million people that have dementia, we really felt it was important to give those who either have early stage, mid stage, late stage a voice. Many times they can't express what they need and want. And by having a program such as Purple Flag, it allowed us to give more of a voice and a presence for those individuals living with dementia.
It's so important to give those folks a voice. We feel the same way at Masonicare. And Angela, you spearheaded the Masonicare at Ashlar Village team, their efforts to meet these requirements. And it was such a wonderful occasion a few weeks ago now when you were all able to gather to receive the Purple Flag accreditation. Can you tell us what kinds of training you all went through during this process?
Yes. So I was relatively new to Masonicare, but I found a great spirit in memory care. I felt there was a real heart. I felt everybody was working together as a team. And when this opportunity came along, I thought this was a way to show all of the hard work that these ladies do every day. And I think it was a way to showcase what can be done by a good team. I think it gave them pride. It gave them credit for all the work that they do that sometimes we don't see behind the scenes, the engagement, the patience, the time that it takes to develop relationships, because we do get so close. You know, this one-on-one relationship, I think, carries through all stages of person-centered care. I've spent my entire career working in the field of dementia. And so this was a way to really pull all those pieces together with a wonderful team. So we applied, and then we sat down and we actually discussed the application. What would it take? What commitment would it involve? Every department took on a piece and agreed to have ownership and leadership. It wasn't just nursing, recreation, maintenance, the reception desk, our marketing department. Everybody bought into Purple Flag and to that goal to attain something that could show the best practices that we strive for. And I think the educational piece was what I enjoyed, because I think there was a lot of team building that took place. What we would do is we would get together and each person would bring a scenario, and then we would kind of sit down and have some lunch and discuss from all of our perspectives what we could do to help to improve or to build upon and work with each other. So I think from a team building point of view, we became so much stronger. And I think that was evident at the awards ceremony, that everyone felt that they were a part of this. We all owned a piece of it. It was a really challenging, but very, very rewarding experience. Yeah.
I believe there's a certain amount of pride that comes with having more education, more capability, there's confidence, and there's also a new set of skills that's based upon how I can communicate better, how I can take better care of this person. And you could see that when we were at the recognition event of awarding the Purple Flag. There is another piece that I don't want to leave out, and that's about the consumer. And I have frequently told this anecdote because we were in the midst of developing Purple Flag. And for some reason, I was with another person, because I do consulting, and I was at an assisted living community, sitting in the lobby, waiting to talk to one of the executives at the facility. And there was a young man, probably in his 30s, on the phone, clearly to another family member, saying, I don't know. I just don't know what to do. I have been in 4 different facilities and they all look lovely to me, but I don't have anything to gauge whether this is the right one. Well, as I sat there, this whole experience resonated with me because it is difficult for consumers to make decisions about where to place a loved one. And sometimes there's 1 or 2 family members making that decision. And Purple Flag has a provision of comfort that goes with having that flag flying outside of the building and knowing that this is an organization that has gone above and beyond to be able to provide the highest level of care to those persons living in their building with dementia.
I absolutely agree, and it is with great honor and pride that we are displaying our flag outside of Masonicare at Ashlar Village. And we encourage everyone to learn more about this by visiting purpleflag.org. I want to thank you all so very, very much for sharing this information with us today. And thank you for everything that you do every day to care for others. Stay well.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much, Sandy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Pleasure.
Take care.
Bye.
And now, let's take a look at what's happening around Masonicare. Congratulations to the latest recipient of our GEM Go the Extra Mile Customer Experience Award, Dante, an attendant at the Duck Inn Cafe at Masonicare at Ashlar Village. Masonicare thanks you and recognizes you, Dante, for all the ways you go above and beyond for our residents. Your efforts are very much appreciated. And, as we told you in our last episode, our marketing team has been putting together a new public service campaign featuring our employee team members called This Is Why. We're happy to share a sneak peek of the 60-second final video with you now.
For the way of life we took for granted. For the people we miss spending time with. For the loved ones that are no longer with us. Each of us has our own reason why.
I did it for our patients. For our residents. For my parents.
For my co-workers.
For my friends. I did it for my daughter.
For my son.
For my husband.
For the greater good.
For you.
For life to return to normal.
I did it for everyone.
Let's do it together. Get vaccinated.
Thank you so much for joining us for another virtual edition of Ageless Living.
We look forward to bringing you more stories about living well as we take this journey together.
And until next time, stay well and remember, be ageless.